Hi, this is Joe Farace, and Cliff Lawson and I are here. Cliff's behind the camera, and he's producing and directing this episode of Joe and Cliff Go to Cars and Coffee. Although today, maybe we should call this episode Cars and Trucks and Coffee, because the two vehicles we're going to be looking at are really unusual. In fact, standing behind me are a bunch of trucks too, when a whole bunch of antique fire trucks showed up at Cars and Coffee today. So the two vehicles are really different. One is a vintage Ford pickup truck that is absolutely beautiful. The second one is a Kcar from Japan that's interesting and tiny. Both cars and trucks are something that I think you'll like to hear from the owners about. So hang in there, we're going to go look at them right now. We're here today with Dennis and his beautiful Ford pickup truck. So Dennis, tell us the kind of, I thought it was a 51 because the plate says 51, but it's not just a 51.
No, sir, it's not. It's between a 48 and a 52. And actually, this is a 51 cab with a 52 interior and a 48 bed.
Is the bed shorter? Is that the difference between the 48?
The difference between a 48 and a 52 is the style. On a 52, it's all square bodied, and it doesn't look that good.
But this is the F-150, right?
No. It's
F-100, I'm sorry.
No, sir, it's an F1.
It's an F1?
Yes.
So
48 to 52, they were called F1s. And then they went to an F100, like the 53s.
But this is, I always thought the F-100 was a beautiful truck, but this is way beyond that.
I appreciate it, thank you. Thank you.
I mean, look at those mirrors. Are those stock?
No, they're not stock. Naturally, they're not. No.
Yeah, but I mean, they're stock looking.
Yeah, they're stock looking. As a matter of fact, they do sit on the
hinges.
Hinges, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I picked those, that type.
Everything is about it is great. And your friend told me that you did all the work yourself.
Yes, it's actually a frame-off restoration, complete by myself.
So you took the whole body off of the thing?
Yes, I did. If you actually ask me how it looked, it came on a trailer in boxes. That's how it got to my house.
And you've had it how long?
I've had this 20 to 14 years.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it took me 5.5 years to build. In my garage.
This paint job is that old?
Yeah.
But the paint looks beautiful. And you painted this in your garage?
Yep. Yep. I built a paint booth type thing.
You built one?
Yeah, I did. And then you know, in vent, out vent, big fans, blah blah blah. But yeah, it worked really well. I did this one in a 58 at the same time.
Now the color is absolutely stunning. I mean, the whole car, the whole truck is just breathtaking.
Thank you.
What is the color? What are the official colors? Are these Ford colors?
Yes, they are. This is called Wimbledon White.
Oh yeah, Wimbledon White is like a classic one that Mustangs are painted.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is called Marine Blue.
Marine. It's just
it's marine blue.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Because the nice thing about them is they're non-metallic, which is
that's correct.
Not easy to do.
That's
correct.
That's correct. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're two-stage. I've got a regular color on the bottom, and then of course I cleared it up so it won't fade. But yeah. And the other things I did, I've added 2 teeth in the front. If you notice,
it has 5 teeth. It only had 3 teeth.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So you did a little dental work.
Well, yeah, it needed a little bit more rough when it comes down the road. Yeah, it's fun.
The chrome is spectacular as well. You obviously didn't do the chrome.
No, I had that done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it with Denver Chrome when they were still here. But you know, naturally they're gone now.
The chrome business is a tough business because of environmental concerns and stuff.
Yep.
Is that a stock bumper?
No, sir, it's not. It's an aftermarket
bumper.
I do have the stock bumper at home.
So the stock bumper was probably painted, right?
Yes, sir, it was.
Back in the day?
Yes, sir, it was. Especially, it was the same body color. Yep.
Oh yeah, body color.
Body color. Yep.
Now, what do you have a stock engine under there, or what?
No.
Well, I should know better. Is that a real 429?
Yeah, it's a real 429 SG or SJC. Yeah, it's actually a 429.
Well, the funny thing is, if you look, it kind of fits okay.
Well, it was kind of shoehorned in, yeah.
Now, the original engine of this thing was probably some kind of 6-cylinder engine, right?
And a flathead, either one.
A flathead.
Yeah, a flathead.
Well, flatheads are cool.
Flatheads or V8s are very cool too. They came in 48-ish, something like that. But yeah, one of my buddies has a flathead. It's almost as good as this.
Did you get the original engine when you bought the car?
No, I had to actually, the original block that came with the car was cracked. So I had to go some other direction.
Anyway,
no
matter what.
No matter what.
So you thought, why not go big? Why not go big?
All my cars are 400 or more.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And if you notice, the air cleaner is red because the truck was going to be red. But
you were going to make it red, but red would have been very ordinary.
Right.
This stands out in a crowd.
My wife didn't like the red.
She didn't?
No, she said, nope, no red. So I let her
Was it going to be two-tone red or just solid red?
It was going to be dark red on the bottom and light red on the top, like a burgundy of red. But the problem...
Okay, thank you for that.
You're welcome. But the problem is she didn't like that, so I said, here, honey, here's the book. Pick the colors.
You gave her a bunch of Ford colors and said, pick the ones you like?
Do what you want.
She had excellent taste. And the paint is beautifully finished.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
I can't even imagine it. Dennis, thank you so much
for
sharing this spectacular looking Ford and educating me about the difference between F1s and F100s. We really appreciate it.
It's quite all right. My pleasure.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
We're here with Joel, who has brought this incredible Mitsubishi Kcar to the Cars and Coffee. So Joel, first of all, for people who don't know about Kcars, so what can you tell us about Kcars?
So Kcars are a class of vehicle in Japan that small in stature, have to be within certain length, width, height requirements, wheelbase requirements, and engine size requirements. And I believe that's all of them, but don't quote me.
So how big is this engine, for instance?
This is 659 cc's, which was the maximum allowable the year that it was made for the Kcar class.
So they change it every year, or do they change it certain years?
It's been changed multiple times. Again, not positive about exact details, but this year the max was 659.
How many horsepower is this?
52 romping horsepower.
Is it four-wheel drive?
It is indeed.
It's a four-wheel drive with 52 horsepower?
Yes.
How is it on the highway?
On the highway, it's a little fuzzy. But it gets there. It doesn't get to 65 in a quick hurry, but it gets there. It redlines at 8,000 RPM and at 70-ish, doing about 7,200 RPM. So I don't really take it higher than that. But it drives fine. It tracks fine. There's no wheel wobble. It's good to go.
But these were very popular in Japan, probably because they were priced affordably. Is that the idea?
They're affordable, and because space is at such a premium in Japan, right? The smaller that your car is, the more likely you're going to be able to have parking for it or find parking for it.
What about off-road capabilities? Have you actually taken it off-road?
Not yet. I've just acquired this pretty recently.
I was going to ask you when you got it, so it's been pretty recent.
So I actually bought this from Cars and Bids.
You did? No kidding.
This is the video that Doug DeMuro did on the Pajero. This is that car. So if you want to know more about it, you can look at Doug's video.
Well, we'll have to put a link in for that.
Indeed.
So it's a Pajero. That's the official name.
It's a Mitsubishi Pajero Mini.
Mini. So there's a Pajero Maxi?
So yes, and they actually sold it in the States. But in the States, they sold it as the Montero.
Well, everybody knows the Montero, yeah.
So if you actually look at a similar vintage, maybe 91 through 97, 98 Montero versus this, it's like this is a 2/3 scale. It's incredibly cute.
It is cute. I mean, you were driving by. I just had to ask because you see occasionally you see K cars here, but usually they're like the cappuccinos. I haven't seen a Figaro yet. I love Figaros. They were really something.
I've heard there's one here.
Yeah, I see them driving around Parker. So, and they all have the same tiny little engines. I think the Figaro has a turbo.
This was available with a turbo.
Oh, it was an option.
But this is the XR2. The turbo is the VR2, and this is an automatic.
I was going to ask you that. It's an automatic.
Yeah, I've been looking for a while for a reasonably priced right-hand drive Kcar, and whether it was a four-wheel drive or two-wheel drive, it was
didn't
going to be,
really care.
A car to play with.
Yes.
But I didn't find a manual transmission turbo that was within the price range I wanted to pay.
So let me ask you about the whole right-hand drive experience. Let's talk about drive-throughs. You have not done a drive-through yet?
No.
If you do it with a friend, it's not so bad. If you go to Starbucks.
Exactly.
But if you do it by yourself.
It's small enough, however. I mean, I can reach the door frame from the driver's seat.
It is spectacularly small. Oh yeah, let's put the hood down so we can see. So is
banana for scale?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. But it looks like it's in terrific shape, though.
Indeed, it is.
How old is it?
It's a 1996.
So it's right on the edge of the availability, on 25-year availability.
This became importable in January, and the gentleman that did it, I don't know the exact dates, but I'm pretty sure this was on a boat within 2 to 3 weeks of it being eligible.
Yeah, that's the funny thing is they don't go by just the model year. They go actually by the build date.
Correct.
So it has to be 25 years to the build date.
Yes.
But the interior looks like it's in pretty good shape, and
it's got one rust spot on the roof, a little bit of rough on the very dorsal base. Other than that, it just needs a good polish touch-up.
So how long have you had it physically? I mean, like
it arrived June.
Oh my goodness!
19th.
It's a brand new car for you.
Yes, I just got it. I mean, I haven't even replaced my rusty.
Oh, I see. Oh, I love the plates though too. Did that come with the plates?
Yes.
Nobody's bothered you about that, like
no
the police or anything?
So, officially, you're supposed to have front and rear. To comply with the law, I will keep my front plate on the dash. I have every intention of leaving that right there.
It's in great shape too. I mean, it looks like a brand new plate.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much, Joel, for bringing this out today, because it really made my day. See a real live, jumping up and down, breathing Kcar. Thank you again.
Not a problem.
Well, thanks for joining us today at Trucks and Coffee, as we got to see a couple of really interesting trucks and a lot of fun. Thanks to Cliff for doing a bang-up job behind the camera. Thanks to Joel and Dennis for showing us their trucks and showing us the whole wide world of trucks from Dearborn to Tokyo. You can't beat that. And wow, let's see, what was that? Really? I have no idea what that was. But anyway, thanks for joining us for episode 2, and we hope to see you again here next month.